Well, it was Tuesday afternoon in the yard, and as you know, we put a new set of tyres in our yard forklift the other day, but we've got a problem with the crab steering on it, and the steering isn't working quite as it should do. So we've called upon the services of a local friend of ours, and a proper JCB man at heart. There you go. God could feel him. Just look at his number plate. Look at his number plate. This is JCB through and through. Look at that. Phil Lim Agri Services, and there's his number plate. So anyway, he's come along here. He's here somewhere doing the getting the steering sorted out on this JCB. At the moment, the steering on it is it's not crabbing. It's not performing as it should do, and so the steering's been crabbing a little bit. So we've called out Phil to sort this out. So we're very lucky that he's come out to do it for us, and skilled people like Phil are very hard to find these days. So yeah, well, hopefully he'll be successful. Well, the JCB's coming to bits. We've got the front wiper of it now being done as well while he's here. So again, anybody wants the JCB work done, well, they don't keep him too busy, you won't be able to get back here, but there you go. Field Lim Services, he's on Facebook and that as well. So look at that nice new van, look at that van though as well, man. I think that's what we want actually. It's a tidy van, isn't it? Look at that. Very smart. I like the colour too. That matches our Hiluxes actually, give or take that. It's quite cool. So there we go. Right. Well, I'll leave Phil to get on with it. He found the problem with the steering, so that didn't take long, did it? So get some new mud guards for it. So right. Anyway, now a bit of a change to the afternoon. Now I've got to take a fuel bowser out to a job in Peterborough. So a quick change, get it on the lorry, and we get it away. So after a very quick phone call, the customer wants a fuel bowser. Paul's just getting the pump. Oh. There we go, quick check over. Look at that, Paul, you alright? Just where we're still on top of this bowser, you'll see there's an inspection hatch, which the bowser never came with it as new, but it's something that we've done here. It just means that between hires, we can go inside that tank, hoover it out, make sure it's clean, make sure it's no contamination. So I'm sure it's not what everybody does, but it certainly works for us. So yeah, and Phil Lim's still over there working on the telehandler. So there we are, within the hour, or less than an hour from the phone call. It's on the lorry and it's on its way. Personally, I think that's pretty good. We generally do try. Right, well, how are we doing this afternoon? So anyway, I've had the lorry for a little bit, and I just thought I'd talk about a little something that's quite apt at the moment. How are we all getting on getting in money from people who owe us money? As this credit crunch and the cost of living seems to be affecting people, we've certainly seen a slowdown in perhaps getting money in from one or two customers. To the point where we've had to go and start collecting money, and we've actually pulled a couple of items back from people who haven't paid. Now, whilst I generally accept there are people sometimes fall on hard times, and that's fine. If it's a problem, we generally will happily work with them and try to support them and get them back to where they need to be. No problem with that whatsoever. And I'm sure a lot of my colleagues in the industry would totally agree with that. I think the niggle is when people owe you money and they just avoid answering the phone to you. It's amazing how they can't answer the phone to you. But if you send them a WhatsApp, they open the WhatsApp there and then, you can tell they've opened it. So you know they're there, but they're choosing not to answer the phone. And I don't know about you, but that irritates me massively. So I mean, I've got a case at the moment. We've got a guy, you know, and we've tried to help him along the way. You've got the point now he owes us a reasonable sum of money, and we're now going to do a winding up petition on him. And the scary thing is, he's got his farm as collateral on his business, right? Now, if we go for the CCJ, it takes ages to go through, and then people start querying things and they start playing games. It takes ages. Well, we actually go for winding up petitions, which I don't know if you know how they work. I'm going to briefly explain how a winding up petition will work. So basically, we will serve our debtor with what they call a statutory demand, and give them 21 days to pay. Failure to do so, I'm doing this tomorrow, so I'm going to go to court tomorrow, and I have to pay in a sum of money to the court. It's roughly about £3,000, basically to the official receiver, and I'm then given what's called a winding up petition against the company involved. So I will then go to that company's registered office, the home address of the person, or whatever, and I basically record the delivery so that I can prove that they have had this in their possession. And that's not today we have phones and things like that, so it's a very simple thing to be able to do that nowadays. Anyway, from there on, after that, we then have to advertise, basically, in a publication called the London Gazette, which is I believe it's a weekly, maybe a daily, but definitely I think it's a weekly publication where all of these sort of notices, like public notices, are listed. Now, from what I'm led to believe and what I've seen happen in the past, is that every financial institution, your bank, building society, finance companies, loans, mortgages, all of that, all have somebody that will read this publication. And at the point when your name is listed, the fair that you've got a winding up petition served against you, your bank accounts, everything all becomes frozen, and it's normally that day. So it's quite a brutal route to go down, but only on the understanding you've given these people ample opportunity to either pay you, to set up a payment plan with you, or talk to you. But when they totally bury their head in the sand and hide away from you, it's what options do you have? So that's what we're doing. We're doing one of them tomorrow. We have got 1 or 2 other people that we will be following suit with who owe us money and haven't paid. And whilst I appreciate it is quite a brutal way, but all we need is people to talk to us. All we need is someone to say, look, I'm having a problem, I've got this, I've got that. They don't. And obviously once your bank account's been frozen, etc., the official receiver does his thing. It ends up in court. Even if you pay it at that point, it still ends up in court. And I've witnessed this with my own eyes. I've been there and done it in the High Court in London, where basically if you've been there several times before as a bad payer, you may be shut down. Even though you may have paid me, they may equally still shut you down because you've been there before and you're a continued bad payer. So I would highly recommend that if you owe anybody, especially me, and there's quite a few that do, either get me paid or talk to us, things like that. But so what are other people doing? Okay, so that's what I do. What are other people doing to collect money from bad payers? And I don't know, love to put it in the box below. Tell us what you do, and have you had any bad experience? Tell us. Now, the other thing here that's actually quite interesting is the fact that the social media, and when we get to a point where we're really struggling, if you go on social media and sort of ask, does anybody know this company or anybody had dealings with that company, the response you get is, or the response we've had, has actually been amazing. And within a very short period of time, you get a lot of answers, and a lot of people come back and support you and tell you how you go. So there we go. Right, yeah, so social media, wonderful thing, but on the flip side of that, what would be a very good thing to do would be that if we could use social media to credit check potential customers. So what we do is we go on there and we ask, is Joe Bloggs a good payer, and let the public tell us, because it's all very well filling in an account form and references, but people only put references down of people that they've actually paid. No one ever puts down someone that's chased them for money, do they? But so there we go. So would that be the future? To actually use social media for credit reference checking potential payers. So anyway, there we go. Anyway, that's my sort of rant for the day. It is a bit frustrating, but it is what it is. So let us know in the box below how you see things, how you collect your debts, and what you do to check people and how good they're going to be at paying you. So right, that's my rant over. I'm going back to lorry driving. Right, I'm on site to deliver this Bowser. I'm just waiting for him to go and get the dumper to unload it with. But while I'm here, it's quite impressive the amount of toys and activity going on this site. It's quite awesome. Not sure quite how well it will come up on camera, but there's a whole host of big earth moving equipment, and I think there's some lime stabilisation plant machinery over there, and there's two of them big machines. There's a second one on the move there, so quite interesting to stand here and just watch what's going on for a minute. It's a huge operation. Huge operation. That is some beast of a machine. Look at that. When you look at that out the window there, you think maybe they're going to build a marina with all the flooded water, but it really is some huge big building site, and it's good that GCS are involved in it, really, isn't it? So there we go. Right, note to self, make sure camera's clean. I've cleaned it, made a huge difference. Right, part two of my day is that we've come down to a company called AutoTruck down in Boston to have our tachograph recalibrated on the lorry. We have to do this every 2 years, and then I think it's the 5th year as well, so I don't quite, yeah, whatever, but we're calibrated, so they're going to take it in their workshops and put it on rollers and calibrate the tacho to make sure that we can't go any more than 56 miles an hour. So we'll try and show you a little bit of what they do. So there's their workshops there, and so I'm just sitting here at the moment waiting, and I'm short run along for the lorry's in. I'm early for change, which is actually quite refreshing for me. I'm actually here early. Right, back in the yard. One big chase. I think we need more staff, but trying to find the quality of staff that we need is an immense challenge. Massively. Anyway, thanks for watching the video. I'm feeling about 90%. Plenty going on, lots going on. We really are busy with stuff. So thanks for watching. Please click and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one. Thank you.